back up. Make sure I fought harder to get there, you know.
What do you think of Guile these days?
He's always been solid. He's a solid character, but
Yeah.
become solid in the right hands, I suppose. Not too many people are doing it with him. It's not a really easy character to use. But it's good, but he's lacking on a few things. If they do an update, I'd like them to speed his target combo up.
Is that the low into the overhead?
Yeah, because it's like punishable. And it'd be a lot better if they could do that and on a counter hit, or maybe just normally they could like link a jab after his overhead. Just one jab, you know. Every other character could do that.
I mean, a lot of people have obviously said, you know, we're decrying Guile, you know, the nerfs that he took, and just how weak he was when Ultra came out. But seeing, you know, your performances over the last couple of months, you know, seeing Diamonion's performances as well, it's obvious that the Guile's got tools. He's able to deal with things, and the more that you guys get into the matchups, put your brains to work and come up with stuff, you know, obviously you're able to play in a solid way, which is reaping rewards for you with that character. I mean, what do you think is some of your hardest matchups with Guile?
Ibuki.
Yeah. Still, that's always been a difficult one.
It's been a difficult one for me. I can still play her, but it's just like, I don't really want to play her. But Ibuki has to be at a top level, you know. Can't just be some average Joe, because it's not the same. The harder Ibuki, it's like an uphill battle all the time for me. That's definitely my hardest one, but Poison can be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Goo can, definitely. I say it can be sort of even, so Goo can just takes it. But I have a few other characters for that. Guile doesn't have too many matchups, but if he gets his ones comfortably in a tournament, like basically sort of half guaranteed to win, you know, at the top level, they're a lot easier.
And obviously you've always had sort of secondary characters, pocket characters, and we saw you using DiCaprio a little bit earlier. Like, what characters are you really feeling in this edition of the game?
Well, trying to DiCaprio a little bit, but I mainly want to go back to Guile.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just a DiCaprio for Ibuki, because she can give her a little go, you know, it's still a bit hard. But I don't know, Seth now and then, it's not, when I play offline I haven't really adapted to them characters with the timing, you know. Still got to do a little bit more training. But as in France, I did use Seth once against the Skullcamp player because I know I'm really comfortable with that matchup.
All right.
But I went Guile mainly, and I'm going to be doing that mainly this year. All this year, just using Guile. I'm training up to him more.
What do you think of the health nerf from Guile as well? Like,
it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Because like people say Guile's not a comeback character, but when I'm on a low bit of health, it gets frustrating for the other character to get in. I do a lot of comebacks, take a lot of risks when I'm in health and I'm in the lead. Sometimes it's not good, but
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it can deal with it, you know, because you just have to play a bit more solid. But the dash back, like cancelling forward, it's costing me 3 bars now to cancel forward to make it safe, you know.
Oh, because you got to do the EX flash.
And if I dash backwards, like basically 40% of the cast can ultra it, you know. Characters like Warlock, things people don't even do, and I think that's ridiculous. And as I played Valmaster in this little money match, as I was doing a focus attack and dashing back, he was just going into his legs.
Yeah.
And I thought, come on, man, what am I supposed to do? Like, do something about that, you know.
Yeah.
Or give him a little bit more to build up more meter. Because basically, from Super, Guile's been a defensive character.
Yeah.
Now they're resorting to him to rush down on certain matchups to even build up meter when they're blocking, you know.
That's
so
right.
it's like rolls and shit just become stupid. In the Super, I could actually time rolls out. I could let her build up as many supers as I want, because eventually she builds them, she still has to come to me, you know.
Yeah.
But the meter game's a bit stupid. Should have never been like that in the first place.
Now I've heard you're going to final round.
Yeah.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, I booked that up quite a while back. That's definitely confirmed.
Okay, so obviously you're serious about this Capcom Pro Tour
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely. Because I went to like 6 tournaments last year.
Yep.
And I made mistakes, but I performed well. But I can learn by them, you know. But how they rank me on event hubs, if I can go to double them tournaments, then obviously I'll maybe able to rank higher. But it's going to be harder this year because more people are going to be on it.
Exactly, there's a lot more competition out there.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to America. I know I've been to Evo, but go to America to show how I perform out there, you know.
Yeah.
And I want to go to as many of these the Premier events as I can this year.
Good stuff, man. Well, I mean, I remember one of the first times I saw you playing against real strong international opposition at the, I think it was the 25th anniversary qualifier or the Capcom Cup qualifier. I can't remember what it was. But your match against Mago.
Long time ago.
Do you know what I mean? Like you really showed a lot of people that you weren't just this guy that was just bodying people online, and you know you were serious. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a performance like that again. You know, at final round. See you against one of those Mad Cats boys again. Maybe you got some unfinished business with Marco to deal with. Daigo's out there.
Oh, is Mago going then? Yeah.
Yeah, they're all out there, man. So it's going to be like you said, it's going to be a stacked field for final round. It's the first premier event. What's the dates for that?
Because like the 19th or something.
What, of this month?
Round about that month, yeah. After that, I'm going to Florida for a wedding out there.
All right.
Bro's getting married out there, and I may be getting another. Oh no, I can't. I was going to get a tunnel flight to North Cal.
Yeah.
Regionals, but height spotting, I booked up for that instead.
Yeah.
So then after that, I'll see where I'm going to go next.
Denied, Damascus. So, what were some of the highlights of your tournament on the weekend?
Highlights. We did the Pungo, man, when like we was down to this little much health on the 2v2, and I shouldn't have jumped. I knew the Ultra would have get me, because I still recovered from the Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
But I just shouldn't have jumped. It's one of them things. I just held it up, and the Sonic Boom would have hit him.
Yeah.
He maybe would have been on a pixel health, but I was still DP away. I would have got impatient then anyway and tried to rush into him like.
Is that something that you feel you still need to work on? Because we saw glimpses of improvements in your patience when you played at the beatdown.
It's ever since I started using characters like Cephalot and fast around them, because I remember a time when I think I went to my first ever tournament years ago. Dominion was there, Marvels played when it first came out, and Ryan said to me that I was one of the most patient players he played, but this was back on Super, so
okay.
I've had to adapt to my game as well by rushing people down and getting this meter and stuff, certain matchups, you know. Had to adapt my play. But yeah, that definitely, and I played a good game against Xiaohai. He went evil right on me.
Alright.
I was a bit upset about that. I've never played him before, you know, it's a bit difficult, but I think I showed him a bit too much respect, you know. No disrespect on him, but I mean,
that's always the thing that we love seeing you, man. Like, we love seeing you playing with that. No fear, you know, not showing people too much respect, not being disrespectful, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't disrespect, he's a very good player, but I played him first in the 2v2, and it was 2-1. He got me with a cheeky setup, a few cheeky setups, and then I've done him in the next round good. But I said to my peoples that Mark and Richard, when I was playing him, watch, like, I knew that I was comfortable that I was going to beat his Cammy again, and then he went evil Ryu in it. Because when I played him, I didn't expect him to do a lot of jump-ins and that. I just needed to not do too many Sonic Booms. I had a game plan for him, you know. Then he went to evil Ryu and it was a bit like...
Threw you off a little bit.
Yeah, threw him off a little bit, but it was still 2-1. It was still quite close, you know.
Yeah.
But I could, yeah. It's a learning curve for me, you know.
Good stuff. And obviously there's a GIF of you online.
Oh, that's quite funny as well. I see that. That's quite funny. Yeah, that was that's another highlight. The 5v5, the French game. I really want to watch that back because that was a hype one. We played really well, man.
Yeah, it's a really cool thing about Cairns as well. The team tournaments and the 2v2. It's good fun, man.
Only place we get to do it in it, the 5v5.
Yeah, definitely something that's very, very popular.
Yeah, it was more hype this year than it was last year.
Okay.
Last year I don't think there was too many teams. We won it last year. We beat France in the finals.
That's obviously a very big rivalry, the UK versus France.
Down to the last people. Man.
Oh, it just gets caught in the air.
I wonder what this matchup's like, hard for Buki or...
Seems pretty even at the moment. Afii seems to have the edge. Seems like Buki's got to make a few sort of hard reads. Doesn't have tremendous ground game. I don't really know what answer she'll have to the fireballs from Poison.
Oh, that overhead is... See, like that, she can combo big from it.
Yeah.
And all I want is Guile to be able to, even if it's a counter hit, just to be able to jab after it. Because you can charge and do a flash kick with the buff he's got.
Okay.
That's only a minor thing I want, you know, if there's an update. Oh yeah, another thing as well that I'm proud of, because Problem missed his flight, and we was going to be partners in the team.
Okay, 2v2.
Yeah, so I went with Tyrant, my team member, and I'm really proud of how he performed. You know, we made 7th. We lost to Big Sacco's team.
So sorry, who did you team with?
Tyrant.
Oh yeah, Tyrant, obviously. I think that was that his first international event?
Yeah, first he played really well.
Yeah, man. He's a very good player.
Yeah, we lost to Sacco's team and Pungo.
I was really happy to see how you, like a lot of the UK guys that I know hadn't really been to many of those sort of large-scale international events perform. Guys like Tyrant and Shoyu Sengan, Ninja Shax, a couple of other guys that were there as well. But it was really good to see new names there as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know? Definitely. But that was my first ever international 2 years ago in Cairns, I think.
Yeah.
And now 2 years now, I've wanted to travel more. I've got a lot of, it's really good, you know, but it's been a learning curve. The Cairns is definitely one of the best tournaments I go to for the year.
Definitely one of the centre pieces, the highlights of the European calendar, 100%.
Tough tournament as well, stacked with like, high competition. All the pools seem to be hard, you know. Seem to be good players in them.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to have a look again, as I said, at the grand finals. Check the grand finals sets. Watch that back with Ryan Hart. He's going to go through some of that, to give some insight into that. Sacco versus Punko. Sacco going through a variety of characters there, even drawing for Gen against Punko Seth, but Punko obviously was able to take it 3-0. Very, very strong performance. Looking forward to going through that and pointing out some of the strategies and bits and pieces that he was employing there. He did one ridiculous combo on
yeah,
Sacco.
I missed it. I just went out for a cigarette like an idiot.
Sacco came with some ridiculous combo on Seth with Evil Ryu, which you guys need to see to believe. Finishing in like a Kara into the Ultra 2 was insane. Obviously next on the calendar here in the UK and in Europe is Hype Spotting, which is the 4th and 5th of April, so that's coming up real soon. That is fast, that Ultra. How many frames is that Ultra? 1 frame, that's what I thought. Empty jump into the overhead. Gets blown up.
Don't see too many Bukis, like she could do this target combo with her leg and it brings them in close into them.
Yeah.
And then they can normally activate that Ultra 1. I don't see many Bukis do it, you know? I think it's like quite a good move, like obviously if they're not expecting it. But do you know what I'm on about? It's like she's got a target combo that pushes them into them and then you can activate it instantly. If they don't press buttons, then it's guaranteed. Obviously the other Ultra's like really godlike, you know?
So yeah, as I was saying, we've got a Hype Spotting coming up. That's the 4th and 5th of April in Glasgow. That's the only premier event in the UK, I believe, that we have. And that's definitely going to be a big one. I know loads of people have signed up for that already. We're really looking forward to that. Hopefully we get a good turnout. But as you said, I think it's the same week as NorCal Regionals, right? Yeah, so kind of splitting. I know a few people are looking to come to that over NorCal Regionals, so you might see some surprise entrants at Hype Spotting. Obviously banking on the fact that a lot of the other players may go to the NorCal Regionals event. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Afii now in a commanding lead, 4-2 up here against Damascus. Buki using that flip kick.
Yeah, that overhead, if she gets it meaty, she can do a heavy, man.
Combo over it, yeah.
She can heavy it though.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's cheap. I think it's too much, man.
Match point now to Afii.
And the battle continues.
Are we going to be able to run that video after this? Is that good? Cool. All right then. Sean, thank you very much for speaking just for a moment. We're going to get Ryan on the microphone, and right about now we are going to